We're in the beautiful state of Idaho on a Bigfoot expedition. We're traveling across Redfish Lake to go hiking and search for Bigfoot evidence on the remote backside because of the Bigfoot sightings in the area. Staff at Redfish Lake have reported Bigfoot vocalizations not only to us, but they have also reported them to BFRO. Several Boy Scouts have reported Bigfoot sightings back behind Redfish Lake. My dad and uncle, backpack camping between this lake and Stanley Lake, had a Bigfoot sighting. And if you can see that peak above Brody and Jenny's head off to the right front of the boat, on the other side of that peak in the Grand Jean area is the latest Bigfoot sighting report to come into us. We'll call it the Grand Jean Bigfoot sighting report. So we've got a lot of places to look, but this is one of the areas we're interested in. One of our fellow Bigfoot researchers, he seems to be retired now, Anthony Moffat, he told us about some of the Bigfoot evidence that he has found on this remote side and suggested many years ago we take a look. After looking at a map and seeing all the sightings that are around this area and on the opposite side of this lake, including my dad and uncle, I mean, we just couldn't stay away any longer. We're coming in to see if we can find Bigfoot or any Bigfoot style evidence. I hope you guys enjoy. Come along with us. Take a look at this beautiful area. This lake that we're traveling across is about 5 miles in length, and you can see the speed of the boat. It takes a good 10 minutes for the boat to get across. We rented a boat ride across, and hopefully we get lucky and find something Bigfooty. It's not very often that we get the whole group. This is the core group. We're all the co-founders. We got Jenny Higley, Brody Lewis, Derek Wright, and I, Kelly Shaw. Brody lives out near the Denver area. He lives in a wonderful place for Bigfooting. Central Colorado boasts the most Bigfoot sightings in the Rocky Mountains out of anywhere in the United States and Canada, so Brody's in a great place. He goes out Bigfooting with the rock hounding guy that got those crazy vocalizations. After we heard him on YouTube, we had to hook him and Brody up, so Brody goes out with him. Best to have a partner, but we feel lucky, fortunate to have Brody on this expedition. He's been wanting to come into the area because of the Bigfoot sightings and the beauty. I mean, look at these mountains and mountain peaks. Alright, we're coming up on shore. We're going to get our gear together, and we're going to head up in between those peaks to where the Bigfoot sightings are and see if we can find any Bigfoot evidence. Hope you enjoy. Brody saw that this tree was broken in that direction, so he went down in looking for tracks. Did you see any tracks?
No.
If you guys haven't guessed already, we're Bigfooting in the Sawtooth Mountains. We're out near the Deadwood area. A lot of Bigfoot sightings around here. The River of No Return. We've heard from some locals that where we're at now, there's a lot of Bigfoot activity. Anthony Moffat used to Bigfoot here. We're on the back side of Redfish. We're gonna take a good look around.
Things that you should go look at.
Those branches don't look like aspen branches.
Oh, they don't?
Huh, that looks...
It's not aspen, it's probably birch. Sliding through.
Well, what might caught my eye is it doesn't belong to that pine. So.
Yeah.
And it's...
Might as well see what caused that. Is that relocated?
Well, it's kind of a blind look. It's got all of those branches.
That's part of the snap. There is no root structure
So
there at all.
From here, on this angle right here. See this? These are all just kind of
Yep, it is kind of set up like a blind. Significantly larger.
Why did all these
Yeah, all
here
these
set there?
This all gives indication that it's man-made.
Yeah.
As far as I'd be concerned.
But why?
Yeah. Bow hunt?
Man-made or something with opposable thumbs. Is that what we're talking about?
Sure. Sure. I mean,
It's not large enough to write off that person didn't make this.
I mean, where that is?
You'd at least have to find it. Those are snap-offs.
Yeah, they're snapped, not cut. Doesn't mean it wasn't, like Kelly said, opposable thumbs and waiting to ambush something. Because there's a game trail that you can actually see that goes right through there.
Alright, well, we'll keep looking around, see if we can find Bigfoot evidence. This actually looks like a bedding spot. And it's not nice and neat, but these are all relocated pine boughs. And it may not be comfortable for you or I to lay down on these. Get you up off the ground a little bit, especially if it's wet. Yep, and that's really close to that snap off. Something was really skunky smelling back there.
And it keeps, it's like when the wind blows, we're getting it. Just a distinct smell. It's there for a couple seconds and then gone.
It's skunky, but it doesn't smell like a true skunk.
And then you get, like right here, it's a real sweet smell.
Yep, I can smell the sweetness that you're talking about. Before you and Brody found that crazy relocated snap off, I smelt something really skunky.
Yeah, and it's hit me like 3 or 4 times.
See that track right there?
Did you find a Bigfoot track? Right here. Right here, you guys see the toes?
Yeah, we saw that.
Let's measure it. Let's measure what... Because this is right where we're smelling skunky stuff.
You want to see something, Kelly?
Oh, there's got the tape.
Let's go. Let's go.
Measure the width at the toes. Those toes are really nice.
You're almost 7, 6 3/4.
And it looks like it was only stepping on the front of the mid-tarsal. No claws either.
It's kind of distinctive, but when you start losing it, it's about 10 and a half inches to about here.
Usually something with 7 wide has 14, 15 plus. Usually it looks like it's stepping on the front of its pad. When I say pad, the mid-tarsal break, they can sometimes almost tippy-toe on that.
Well, and it's going uphill.
Yeah, so it makes sense why there's no impact on the rear section. And it was coming in here. What did they find in here?
About 7 and a half inches.
Oh!
So I was
Wide.
looking at these getting tucked up underneath this.
It's
we
actually
need to-
been
we need to
turned
step
into a
back.
blind.
Yeah, so we need to step out of this so we can get a better point of view.
What the heck?
We'll see how Brody was saying.
I was just saying how those were tucked up behind that.
I
So
mean,
that it's kind of.
There's a footprint coming right into this.
well, this branch is dead and it's been there for a long time. But the branches that have been tucked up underneath to create this nice shady place are all still alive. So this didn't push those down because this has been dead for a really long time.
Well, and just to, I guess to reconfirm what she's saying here, this actually looks like it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
That's where it's kind of wedged through these trees. It's kind of been weaved. In fact, I am going to stand directly underneath it to kind of point you in the direction where that comes from.
I wonder if it's been bedding down right here. It's kind of created itself a blind.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And you wouldn't get rained on right here. And the sun doesn't get here.
You guys seen any other footprints besides that one? That had some awesome toes on it.
It looked kind of like a large bear, but I don't know what kind of bear would leave that too.
I was looking for claw. No claw in front of the toes.
It would be a big paw.
Big paw.
7 inches wide, Derek measured it. 7 inches wide at the toes.
Did you see the tufts of bunny fur coming up the trail right here?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, there was tufts of black bunny fur.
Little bunny cuckoo.
Yeah, little clumps of it all the way up right here on the ground.
This is a perfect little shaded spot all day long every day.
Yep.
Jenny's pointing out how these pine boughs are ripped off and laid here. I mean, it looks like a bedding spot.
They've been spread about since, but they're all within tossed distance from here. It's all here. It's just been dispersed.
Okay, this is a big time area of interest since we found that toed footprint right over here. And we're gonna go back to the footprint. I want to take some photos of it. I mean, that's really nice toes up at the top. Just a gorgeous area to Bigfoot. 2 bedding spots. I just don't think bears snap off pine bough limbs and drag them to a nesting spot. I could be wrong. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
An animal trail?
See how I pointed this out clear from the bottom without even knowing that it was that distinct down there. I just saw it moving through the vegetation, and this pine tree is the pine tree that I said that trail is just off to the left of it. And you can see here, this is where it's been coming up and through.
Something moved a rock. Looking for food, maybe?
Bears are famous for turning rocks, but people seen Bigfoot turning rocks too.
So that just recently got moved, but it just shows you that something came through here.
We found a Bigfoot track earlier, so we're keeping our eye open for more potential tracks. I was told if we come on the opposite side of this lake, we would find Bigfoot activity, and within an hour of getting over here, we started finding bedding spots and a track.
Just saw somebody or something walking right there.
Brody just saw something over there. I just heard snapping over there too. Is there some other people up here hiking?
It was you guys. That's why I didn't pay any attention. You're all over there. No.
No, it wasn't Jenny and Derek. They were below us. They weren't over here.
Something just recently went down that field. All the grass is knocked over. You see the grass is knocked over?
Oh, another animal trail. Is this where you saw the movement? Was on this animal trail?
Here, yeah. That goes up to the bench lakes.
Yeah, that trail we found goes to the bench lake.
That was weird. I seriously just saw somebody or something walking right across here. And then I looked back and they were both over there.
Yeah, it wasn't Derek and Jenny. They were below us. They were the opposite direction of where...
I mean, it could have been a person, but...
Yeah, where are they? Well, I'm interested in the direction you saw it. I'm heading in the direction where... Brody saw movement, and I also heard something snapping like it was going through the undergrowth over here. We found a couple of bedding spots, some ground nests. You know, they talk about how the gorillas will make those ground nests. So, what's making the ground nests here? Makes me wonder if we pushed something out of one of those two nests hiking up in here. Brody saw movement over there. I've walked past the movement looking to see what it was because I also heard something snapping through the undergrowth. So I'm kind of interested if those three found some tracks over there. Did you guys find some tracks over there?
The bear track was pretty...
You guys found bear?
Found a bear track right there where you guys found
It wasn't no 7 inches wide, was it?
It was about 8 inches wide and about 9 inches long. And it actually...
What kind of bear does that?
Did you see claw? Did you guys see claws at the end of that?
You want to go see it? I took pictures.
There ain't claws at the end of it?
That's
So the what makes you say it's a bear? Does the bear have retractable claws?
That's what I measured, right?
Yeah.
That is what I measured. The heel went really to a point. But it was, you know what? It was hard enough to see. I bet you I'd have a hard time even finding it again. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I know exactly where it is because it's right where you guys found the overturned rocks.
Well, you filmed it and everything, right?
I did.
Okay.
Took
And he
pictures
measured it.
and measured it on
Sweet.
camera. All right. So.
Nice.
No, it was big. It was tall.
You saw it too, Jenny?
No, Brody said he thought it was one of us walking.
Yeah, it was. Okay. I heard the movement of what Brody saw.
Obviously, we had something upright walking.
Yes.
Upright walking.
Yeah, Brody at first thought it was you and Jenny, but you and Jenny are below us.
It walked right between us.
Yeah.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, something walked right between us, our two groups. And now we're looking for it.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains, people.
Look at that.
Is there something specific you're pointing out?
Just that big
That rock formation?
rock or that big huge cliff that just goes up right through there.
That's amazing. Looks like mountain goat paradise.
We're actually finally getting up into that saddle. Oh, and we finally got a pretty decent vista of the lake. As we get further up, we'll show it off more, and that's just a little teeny tiny portion
Took us
of it.
10 minutes to get across that lake on a boat that was actually hauling ass.
As far as you can see in the distance, that's how far that lake goes, pretty much. Pretty close.
Is that a Bigfoot hat?
Sure is.
Oh yeah, that's when we went to Mount
Washington.
St. Helens.
Yeah.
Ah,
Ever that you would never get to see unless you watch RMSO or get off your bum and come watch. Come like it. You know what I mean?
some people that say that they just at a point in their lives that they can't get out, and so they love the places we take them to when we go Bigfooting. Just a rugged place.
This is the area that while we were on the boat ride over here, I kept thinking, I can't wait to actually get up on top of that saddle where it looks like it just goes up and over to the other side. So we've, in what, a couple miles we've gone up, probably 2,500 feet. Guess we'll have to ask Brody, he's got him.
Brody's keeping track of elevation for us.
If you want to, but it's really easy.
What did Brody
What did he
find? Do you
find?
know?
He said that there's a game trail up here that something's been using. So he went up there to check it out. You can hear him up there. But there's the beginning of the game trail right behind that tree right there.
Whoa. Brody's got those long legs. I have a hard time getting off the places that he chooses. Yeah, Brody's like a grasshopper. He just springs over this type of stuff.
I'm going to take this off for a minute because I'm overheated.
I have no clue where Brody's at. I don't know where he's at. There he is. Brody found a game trail. Checking out what's up here. Yeah, after we saw something moving around up ahead of us and could hear it, Brody's on point like a hound dog. What's up?
Over and over again.
Oh, you found,
So you're
Brody found
talking
something up there too.
7.5 inches across the toes.
Oh, that's a good track.
Yeah, that's actually,
I see the whole
that's
thing.
actually one you could actually,
Measure the whole length. It's
Where-
over 14.
yeah, about 14.
You still got some toe space at the
Yeah,
front.
it's about 14 to the back of it. But that's about as good as you're going to actually see. And you see it's humped here right in the middle of it too. So that's a 14-inch track. And it looks like something stepped Just pointing
Yeah,
that out
it
looks
stepped
like
there,
something
too.
stepped here too.
Going the
But
almost. That's going like 90 degrees.
it's odd because that's obviously
from that.
a right foot. So that
Brody found
right
more
here.
tracks.
See?
We're measuring one right now.
Okay, we just measured this. How big is it?
See if it's the same.
So we're gonna point out because he's just right there. And
Put
keep
your-
in mind.
Can I see your tape? We just lay it down beside it instead of inside of it, and so I can film it and take pictures.
In fact,
That's a good track, dude. That's a good track. And
so we're not gonna say nothing to Brody. We're gonna find out what size his tracks are up there. Keep in mind, I'm just gonna point this out.
there's the toe area, you guys.
Paint a picture. Sorry,
And then of course the hill's clear back there. This is a great track. He's found the same size track up there.
exact same size. Dude, you ought to see this. So the picture, what I was trying to actually point
Clear
out.
up there. And this
and
one
it's
right here,
walking straight
this
from
one,
his direction.
this one right here that's 45 degrees to that one, that foot's in the direction of where Brody's going.
And this is actually coming from the direction.
That track's in the direction, it pointed towards the direction of Brody.
Let me point this hole out though. Since we started, there's been about 4 or 5 times now that I've got that scent of something skunky, stinky, or rotten zipping past us. We get multiple tracks. We now actually have Brody that literally saw something upright walking past us. And now we're seeing, didn't say nothing to Brody, the exact same size print. He just measured up there exactly in the direction of where this print is coming from. And where this
And
other
where this one is headed towards.
All right, but
Oh, I just caught the scent of that skunky smell.
I wish we had a cast. Because
Wait, will you leave your tape there? I want to take some pictures.
I would like a cast of this.
Yeah, I want some photos of that. The 2 footprints we just found, so that's 3 total that we have found that are Bigfoot shaped in appearance. And now we're heading up where Brody has found a measurable track.
Stepped on this enough already. Through here.
May have been on purpose to find grubs and stuff.
That's definitely possible.
I've been seeing several potential tracks, just not, I see the damage, just not the right shape.
Going trails heading off in every direction. You know what this reminds me of? Yeah.
What'd you find? I don't want to step on what you found.
Well, I started following them here. They weren't that. The impressions aren't that great. But I started seeing there was something pushing dirt as they were going up there, and then up there I found a pretty decent one. There could be better. I haven't really any further, but
I think the one that
see how you can see where it's been kind of pushing dirt as it's going up. Nothing real defined, but you get up to this one and it looks to be a lot more defined.
You got the tape already on it. There's your tape, Derek. We point out the shape.
that looks for me. You got toes coming along here, and then it comes down around here, and then around and back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That one toe looks really splayed.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
In fact, the one we just saw down there, and we didn't say nothing, but it is 14.5 inches by 7.5 inches wide at the toes.
Yeah.
And looked like the big toe was splayed,
Okay.
offset. So, people, we have good evidence. Let's place does not depress it.
It's not
Anytime
a,
you come here.
yeah, it does not disappoint. Yeah, Anthony Moffat told me a few years ago he's always finding Bigfoot activity back here, and people that have come back here backpack camping have had sightings.
You get a drink right here, you know.
This might explain the activity.
Yeah.
Freshwater spring.
That's nice clean water. Look at it.
Yeah, it is clean. Clear. Another over here.
Is it coming out of the ground right there?
I think it's dropping off. I think it's coming up from still above it. But it almost sounds like it's coming out right there, doesn't it?
This may explain why we've found so much activity nearby.
Lots of water.
We've found at least 7, 8 really good Bigfoot tracks that we've measured. And then we come up on this mountaintop freshwater spring. Good water. Just amazing, just amazing. We walk right up to another one. Every once in a while, we can smell a funky, stinky smell on this hike, and just before we found all the nests and the footprints, we smelt it, and now I'm smelling it again just as we pass those freshwater springs. This place is just amazing.
That's where I'd be. Right over there.
Where the waterfall is?
Yep.
Around that, a little higher up on that bench.
Up there above.
It flattens out.
Up there. In a nice shade.
Yeah.
Where the water's coming by. There ain't nobody.
And then come down here and hunt when you want something.
Yeah.
Anything. But it was walking. It wasn't a consistent, but I heard it just brushing through some brushes, and when I turned around to look to see, I couldn't hear it anymore.
So you say it sounded like it circled us?
But I instantly, yeah, absolutely. So I heard it from up over here first, up over this direction, and then I turned around, threw the camera up, just got it recording, because it was before I got it recording, and then I heard it about, 120 degrees to the right. I heard it again.
Well, that's the direction we found the footprints, over that direction.
It is. And where that waterfall is, the overlook where you could actually see. Where
That
first
probably
water
explains why we found those ground nests and the footprints over there, is because of those 2 mountaintop springs.
Yeah, something's definitely, just seems like something's skirting us. Anyway, that gave you about 3.5, 4 minutes of checking things out. I know it's not a long time, but it is what it is.
Did you guys find something?
Just that something's been coming down through here. And there's a bunch of bark messing off the trees down here, so we just came to see what's going on.
Only I had my leather tracking.
Has some relocated stuff, huh?
Looks like that's a pretty fresh tree that just fell over.
Yeah, that looks like it was this season, this year.
It hasn't been
The
able
dirt hasn't even packed down yet.
No, it hasn't even been rained on. All the little bushes and stuff are still alive underneath where it fell.
Just really nothing definite that I've seen.
Remember back in Sasquatch Canyon, around those structures where we saw those teeny little mini structures where we were finding the baby Bigfoot's footprints? We found, we kept on finding these 14-inch, 17-inch, and 19-inch footprints when we'd go back in, and once in a while 7-inch footprints. And sometimes around where we were finding the 7-inch footprints, it was making teeny little structures, copying the big ones. And then a season or two later, we caught up to them again, and this time the 7-inch footprints were 8-inch. So we documented over a couple of years a juvenile growing, because I suspect it's the same individual that's with the adults that leave the 17, the 19, and the 14-inch footprints. We think the 14-inch footprints is the mother.
That one was probably that one.
What was going on?
See that hole? That was probably that rock.
That rock was moved quite a ways.
Yeah.
That wasn't like an elk or a moose kicking it like a soccer ball. That was actually physically moved from there to there. Now, bears will move rocks to get what's under them, and we suspect Bigfoot does the same thing. Yeah, Brody and Jenny, Jody.
Yeah, together it's Jody.
Brody and Jenny found these two logs wedged in between that tree and that boulder. Interesting. That's close to where we measured the footprints. Interesting area to look for Bigfoot. Bigfoot sighting reports bring us in here to take a look around. Definitely did not find the smoking gun, although we did find some circumstantial evidence. We're going to keep on looking around the Sawtooth Mountains. I hope you guys enjoyed a look at the remote side of the Redfish Lake area. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.